Welcome back to the part 3 of the Please Don't Sue Us podcast, episode 5. This is gonna get... So we were just talking about Captain America a little while earlier. So fun fact, when Marvel bought Captain America, Bucky was his sidekick. That's not what they made it in the movie, but he was like this little sidekick, right? And when Marvel bought him, Stan Lee was in charge, and Stan Lee thought the concept of sidekicks was dumb. Because, and I kind of get it, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love DC Comics, I love the characters, but like, you take this guy like Batman, like, I've trained my whole life to become this living weapon and the world's greatest detective. I fight criminals and psychopaths of the greatest degree. Hey kid, come here. Help me fight these guys.
Your parents died. You fly around on trapezes. You'll fit right into this. And then he just takes up and he's cool, you know. I mean, realistically, Batman has no superpowers. He needs help.
That's true. But there's all sorts of
if you get if you get Superman like chained to a wall, he's gonna use his laser vision, or he's gonna use his super strength to rip the wall down. If you get Batman like that, you just I'm chained to a wall.
I can't reach my belt. This isn't good.
Yeah, he has ultimate technology, so he can be like, hey, this is where I am.
We'll back up.
Hey, come get me.
So these have made more sense, I guess.
He needs that, though, because he doesn't have the superpower.
That's great. I'm glad. I've never actually heard someone make the argument for it. You're like, man, he's got to have some, and no one sees it coming from the kid.
Right.
Well, that's so like, that's what they did away with Bucky. And like ironically, they offed him.
Good.
Bucky didn't come back. They
actually killed him.
They said in the comics there's only 3 people who don't come back from the dead. Uncle Ben from Spider-Man, Bucky from Captain America, and Jason Todd, aka the second Robin from Batman. And so they eventually, though, in 2011, all these people came back, and so Bucky does make more appearances in the Captain America universe, and it's cool. If you're actually really into it, that show Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. coincides with the whole series, and there's you'll see there's like a huge moment in the second movie, like when you're watching the show, this happened the same time the movie came out, and like there's a big falling out with S.H.I.E.L.D. And like
like I got so many other TV shows going on, like I can't keep up with like.
I know.
I'm way into like. I'm.
What are you into right now?
Cheers, man.
Cheers. You're reliving Cheers.
I am messing up some Cheers.
Woody Harrelson is my man.
I was really upset. I was really sad at the end of the first season when Coach died. I missed that character. And I miss when
who was Coach? I don't even remember.
Coach was the old guy in the first one. He was kind of stupid, like spaced out, kind of like Woody and him are the same guy. It's just Coach was a lot older. Like he was kind of slow and didn't know what was happening.
I would like to know.
He actually passed away, and they actually. It was one of the few times where a character from the show died.
Yeah.
And when they came back from the end of the season, they were walking through the door from his funeral. Like
really?
not his actual funeral, but the character Coach.
Yeah.
They acted like they were coming in from Coach's funeral.
Oh.
But they actually killed him in real, or he was actually dead in real life, and they killed him in the show.
Okay.
And they just like they mourned him for an episode. Like their characters mourned the loss of Coach. Even though, I mean, I'm sure the characters were actually mourning the loss of that guy.
Right, the actor, but, you get to have fun with it.
At least that's what I believe that's the way it was. I was told that's the way it happened, so.
That's really cool.
And I believe at the end of the first episode of season 2, they said in memory of,
So then, wasn't there, one of the girls left the show, and then Kirstie Alley came on, right?
That's another thing I was going to say. I miss hot Kirstie Alley. When I was a kid, I had such a crush on her. I was like, oh my gosh, she's smoking. It was the blonde chick. I don't know her actual name.
Oh, I'll be honest, I still got a crush on her.
Oh yeah.
All 270 pounds of her.
Yeah. She dumped a bunch of that way too. But like
she goes up and down. She's like Oprah, except she doesn't freak out when
I nail Oprah though. I don't care how big she is. She's rich. I'll knock her up and I will have a love child with her, and I will get custody and take half her shit. The only reason why is just so I can be set for life.
How are you gonna get custody away from Oprah?
I'll be like, I'll tell people that she took me as a manslave. People will feel really bad for me. I'm gonna retire off fucking Oprah's baby, alright? Leave me alone. This is the stuff I think about. I'm like, how can I retire? I'll knock up Oprah.
Stedman ain't got shit on me.
I'm serious. He doesn't have anything on me.
Did you remember those old cartoons? I can't. I think it was on like it was SNL.
We were talking
or
about
something.
this after the camera went off last time. We were talking about old cartoons that fell away.
It was one where like
Hooker.
Stedman was like he was some sort of secret agent, or he pretended to be, but it was really just like he'd ask Oprah for money. He'd be like, Oprah, baby, I need to borrow some money. I'm going off on another secret mission.
Remember when Chappelle did that thing where he knocked up Oprah? And then Dr. Phil ended up being the baby's daddy. Like it was Dr. Phil's face when the baby came out. It was hilarious.
Oh God, Dr. Phil.
But the cartoons we were talking about, there were some really good ones that we were like, the Hooker and...
Stroker and Hoop?
Yeah.
Stroker and Hoop, yes. Oh my God, I love
That
those
was
from
awesome.
Adult Swim. Me and Joe cosplayed as Stroker and Hoop. And like when you go as an obscure character and somebody gets it, you're like really excited. Like I remember Joe like wore like a fucking afro pretty much. And he turns around and he smiles and he goes, "Did you hear that guy?" And I was like, "Just barely." I go, "I heard what his friend said. Who are those guys?" And the one guy goes, "Oh, it's Stroker and Hoop." And I'm like, we got one. One out of like 5,000 people. Right. Did something correctly. I'm really excited to be Joker this year. I just found, I cosplayed as this guy like in April, and I couldn't find half of the shit that's...
pictures.
Yeah, I go to the big cosplay, the cons. Well, I'm gonna go again here in October, and I just went online to kind of search around for some few extra things. There's so much shit now, and I'm like,
So many people are gonna do it now.
yup, it's already pissing me off, but it doesn't matter because I do it better.
Are you just a big Joker fan, or are you also a big Batman fan, and that's why you're a Joker fan? Or because you identify with the characters? Because you're way on. You're like, you got like a super hard on for Joker.
I do.
Was it the Batman love first, or you just like fuck Batman? It's all about Joker.
It was.
I'm kind
I
of
started diving into the
today.
psychology of it, and as time went on, like I remember, like when it started with Heath Ledger. It started with The Dark Knight. I know you're not a big fan, but like it got me enthralled. And then I watched this documentary called Necessary Evil, where it was literally like a bunch of writers, producers, actors, psychologists, comic writers talking about the psychology of bad guys. And they went through it, and the one guy was classifying them, because you're like, you got like, here's the guy who wants to like get rich.
Right.
There's that kind of criminal. And then
there's
there's the megalomaniac
$1 million.
who wants to like take over the world. There are those guys who wants to like rule everything. And then there are your others. There are psychos that like want to end everything, like
Right.
ones that want to wipe out all life, and other ones that just sort of want chaos. And like the Joker is one of them, and how they kind of go into like
There's no rhyme or reason to it. They don't want everything to end because then there would be no fun.
right. It's still a Who
all fits into that subject? Though they just want stuff fucked up. Anarchy.
there's
here and
not
there.
a lot of them. There's not a lot of them because most of
what was the
it's
ultimate-
The whole, you can't remove that from a
Batman-
criminal. That's what motivates people
Right.
to do things is money
Pumpkin.
and power.
That was the Pumpkin, or what's his name? The scientist Pumpkinhead, or whatever the hell his name was. He just wanted everybody to be in a really bad place.
Right. The Scarecrow.
Yeah, he just wanted to ruin everybody's lives.
Well, he could. That was also though a power thing. That if he could control fear,
Right.
it's an ultimate form of power. Like to be able to just. Have you ever watched? There's that Batman video where they're mocking the and he like, yes, Mr. Wayne, let the gases seep in. No, rumbas. Wait, I'm sorry. What did you say? Rumbas. You're afraid of rumbas? How do they know where to go if we don't push them? I'm sorry. You're
My favorite one, the one that I seen, I laugh my ass off, and I still do to this day if I pull it up. Batman can't stop thinking about sex.
It's the same guy. That video.
Okay.
It's that same guy. He does a bunch of other ones.
I absolutely love that.
I call it the
You suck my dick. Like a lot. How was that, by the way? I hadn't showered that day, and I fight crime in a rubber suit. Really seals in the flavor.
What was she saying?
I'm like, yes.
This was my ultimate form of revenge. This was the ultimate betrayal. And he's like, sign me up for another.
Right?
Like, it's just.
And like, I haven't seen that movie, so Bane's like,
please stop. It's not okay.
and you're like,
Here,
here's
smell
my
this.
lawyer.
What did he smell like?
Hey guy who breathed through a crab. Smell this. Now you have my permission to cry. I'd never seen none of it, and somebody's like, that's a spot on Bane.
Yeah. He does do all the actors that guy gets to do it.
There's some the costumes.
He
are
does
good.
a bunch of them, yeah. And you can tell
It's on College Humor.
Yep, it's College Humor.
I mean,
It's
College
Batman,
Humor has to have
Batman.
some serious money.
Well, at first you can tell these ones that got better over time. Like those first few Batman videos they posted did not have the production value the later ones did. I mean, Patton Oswalt fucking cameos in one as the Penguin, and actually does an amazing job. He plays a great Penguin. Where Batman doesn't know he kills people, he thinks he's putting them to sleep. he has no idea that he's been killed. He throws one of those bat stars at a guy and it smokes him in the face, and when he hits the ground, his tongues hang out too. Whoa! Batman! What the fuck is that? Oh, what? That guy. You just said you don't kill people and you just killed that guy. Oh, I get it. You think he's not dead. You see, sometimes when guys fight me, they have to go to sleep. Because I'm so good. Oh, God. And it just goes on and they can't get him. He has no idea what death is. Yes, my parents are dead. But yes, my parents were shot. But they're alive. On a farm. They write me emails. It just goes on.
And then it's they write me emails, and then it's just
Buttermilk Ranch.
It's what's his name, Alfred.
Yeah,
sending the email. It's momandad@yahoo.com.
There's a lot of, I notice now when I go back, there's some comedians in there that must do the College Humor thing that have you seen that old Navy commercial with the, I can't remember his name. He's an Indian actor, but he's got this adorable lisp. They're things I look for in a t-shirt. Sleeve, neck hole. It's supposed to be an old Navy shirt commercial, but it was pretty funny. It's good times.
Kaepernick.
So I think next subject we're going to touch on the Kaepernick fiasco. So
It's really fast, and it's going to be over quickly.
We're going to love you. We'll see you soon.